Nurul.
Have a seat. Would you like to have some water?
Yes, thank you.
May I ask Miss Nurul, how did you hear about our firm?
It's from one of my colleagues.
You made a right decision, Ms. Nurul. We are expert in dealing with a case of breach of contract, so we'll assist you the best that we can.
Thank you for trusting us. Here, miss.
Thank you.
How are you feeling today? I hope everything was okay getting here.
Honestly, I'm really stressed. The situation is affecting my business a lot.
We understand. Let's go through it step by step.
Before we begin, Ms. Nurul, we will just briefly explain our consultation process. I would also like to assure you that everything you share with us today is strictly confidential and protected under lawyer-client privilege.
This initial consultation is free of charge, and for any follow-up session, the fee will be 150 ringgit only.
We will inform you beforehand if any further step involve additional work or cost.
Confidential. So whatever I say here won't be shared with anyone.
Yes, that's correct. We cannot disclose any information without your consent. This allows you to be completely honest with us so we can give you the best advice.
Alright, whenever you are ready, you can walk us through your situation.
Okay, I was actually a bit hesitant to share some details earlier, but thank you for the reassurance. So, I run a solar installation business. In March 2025, I entered into a contract with Greenwald to supply 400 solar panels. As part of the agreement, I paid a deposit of 125,000.
That's a huge amount of sum. Alright, go on.
Then on May 5, they suddenly told me they couldn't supply the panels. Instead, they offered a different model, lower quality, shorter warranty. How am I supposed to accept that? I already promised my customers.
What did you do after that?
Of course I rejected it. This is my business reputation.
And after you reject it,
They refused to return my deposit, say it's forfeited. That doesn't make any sense, right? They are the one who failed.
Just to clarify, were there any issues or changes from your side?
No, everything was fine.
so Ms. Nurul, it's important that we have the full picture so we can advise you properly.
Okay, I did ask to delay the delivery slightly.
Was that agreed in writing?
No, but they didn't say it was a problem. But why are we focusing on that? They still didn't deliver anything. Now I have angry customers, extra costs. Do you know how bad this is for my business?
We understand your frustration, Ms. Nurul.
And we are here to help you, but we need to consider all facts carefully.
That may affect the case, so it is important for us to assess it properly. Do you have the contract or proof of payment with you?
Yeah, I got them with me. This one.
Thank you.
Alright, this is helpful.
Do you have any email regarding the changes of or the refusal?
I have them, but not printed.
That's fine. Please email them to us later.
Also include any document showing your losses?
Okay.
guys.
Morning.
Have a seat. So this is a brief summary of our client matter. Please review the contract and supporting document.
The key issue here is whether the supplier's failure to deliver the agreed solar panel amounts to a breach of contract.
So, based on the fact, the contract clearly specifies the type and standard of the solar panel. Under the set of goods, particularly section 15, goods must correspond with their description.
Yes, and even in this case, not only the supplier failed to deliver the agreed good, but they also attempt to substitute them with a lower specification product.
I think this is similar to the case of Across Limited against EA Renaissance and Sun. So the fact is, English purchaser conclude a contract for the sale of steel or timber wood from English agent of a Russian company for the purpose of making cement barrels, specifying staff of Russian redwood and whitewood to be of half an inch in thickness. The last portion of staff delivered were over half an inch, and the buyer rejected them on the ground that they did not conform to the contract requirement. So, the court held that good must strictly comply with the contractual description. Yes.
Yes, exactly. Greenwald agreed to supply specific solar panels instead. They offered different models, lower quality, and with shorter warranty, just like in Arcos. Goods do not match description.
Okay, however, the client mentioned a delay in delivery in the document that she submitted. This could potentially be raised by the supplier as a defense.
That is correct, but since there's no written agreement confirming that variation, so it's unlikely to discharge the supplier original obligation.
That the client has also suffered financial loss, including higher procurement costs and cancel bookings.
These losses may be claimed as damages provided they are not too remote.
This also follows the principle inherently against Besendel, where damages must arise naturally or be within the reasonable contemplation of the parties.
So we can proceed with a legal action plan, which is we can issue letter of demand.
Yes.
The letter should include a demand for refund of the deposit, a claim for damages, and a specified deadline for response as well.
Okay, so if there is no satisfactory response, we can proceed with legal proceeding for breach of contract.
Alright, we proceed to advise the client based on this position. Hi Mr. Nurul, good to see you again. Let us discuss the final action that we possibly can take.
Okay.
Based on what you told us, there's a strong indication that Greenwood has breached the contract. If the deposit is considered a security deposit, they may have some right to retain it. However, if it is simply part payment, they generally must return it if they are party in a breach. In addition, you may claim damages for your losses. This includes the additional cost of purchasing panel from another supplier as well as any losses from cancelled booking.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
The purpose of damages is to put you in the position you would have been if the contract had been properly performed.
And from what you have told us, since they failed to deliver the goods, it is unlikely they can legally justify keeping your deposit.
How about the deposit?
Regarding the deposit, whether they can keep it depend on the contractor.
And in contract law, when one party fails to perform their obligation, it is considered a breach, and the innocent party has the right to be compensated. In your situation, Greenwald failed to deliver the exact panels that were agreed in the contract. offering a substitute of lower quality does not fulfill their contractual obligation.
This is supported by the case of Arcos Ltd against Renaissance, where the court held that when the contracts specify a particular good, the supplier must strictly comply with those specifications. In that case, even though the difference in the good was very small, the buyer was still entitled to reject them because they did not match the agreed term exactly.
Similarly, you were entitled to reject the substitute panels because they were of lower efficiency and had a shorter warranty.
So, does that mean I was right to reject their offer? And I can still recover my losses, right?
Yes, there is a strong possibility. Based on the law, your decision was justified.
Before you proceed to the court, we will first send a letter of demand to Greenwood. This letter serves as a formal notification of the breach and demand the following, which are the return of the deposit and also compensation for the losses incurred.
Sometimes disputes can be resolved at this stage without going to court.
And if they still refuse?
Then we can proceed with legal action in court to enforce your rights, since we have strong and clear evidence.
Alright, I want to proceed.
We'll assist you.
So before we proceed with legal action, we want you to sign this form so that we can officially representing you before the court.
Okay, I officially agree for both of you to represent my case.
Thank you. We will do our best to represent you.
Okay, thank you.
We will assist you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Welcome. Have a nice day.
Have a nice day.